Very easy, very beautiful question. This was related to tsunamis. पता नहीं क्यों UPSC is having that kind of mindset that disaster आ कुछ हो रहा है, क्वेश्चन पूछा कुछ और जा रहा है. Students went to the examination hall by revising and रट के चले गए. They learnt about earthquakes, volcanoes, सब कुछ पढ़ के गए. But the question is about tsunamis. Let's see. What are tsunamis? How, where they are formed, what consequences, explain with examples. These are the keywords. Identify करके बता दिया आपको. पता है what is the purpose of this entire session and exercise is that in the rush of doing answer writing practice आपको नजर ही नहीं आ रहा है कि what to understand, how to understand. That's why I started this session that आपको आइडेंटिफाई करके बताऊं and you should learn how to identify the keywords of the question. Then only you can write a contextually relevant answer, sir. So these are the keywords. Now the first mistake that the students will do is that this question is asking lots of things and all these things to be written in 150 words. This is the biggest challenge of this question. दिखने में बहुत आसान लग रहा, but within 150 words to handle all the aspects, all the demands, all the parts of the question is the actual difficult thing. So the first mistake is that students have committed, that they will miss the parts. अगर वो if they start writing tsunamis, they will go on writing tsunamis. Tsunamis क्या है, कहाँ है, कैसे हैं, but they will miss on writing consequences. तो to be proportionate तरीके से you need to write an answer. If the question is asking what formed consequences, then you need to divide your answer in proportionate form. Proportionate division करना होगा आपके आंसर में. ऐसा नहीं कि 60% you wrote about tsunamis and only 5% you are writing about consequences, or you are writing consequences in the conclusion. अगर आप ऐसा करते हैं, you are missing the demand of the question. So even if the question is very easy, to write an answer within the 150 words was actually very challenging. The second mistake that most of the aspirants will do is they will miss the word examples. अब tsunamis के कितने भी examples हैं, जो भी 2-3 example आपको याद आ रहे हैं, starting from 2004 tsunamis or even like United States tsunami of 1962 या अभी 2011 जापान सुनामी, ये 2-3 एग्जाम्पल, if you are not writing the examples, certainly 30-20% marks will be deducted. So this is all about brainstorming. Brainstorm the question before writing an answer. Brainstorm का करना आपको मतलब ये नहीं कि 2 मिनट तक सोचते रहना है. With practice you can learn that within 5 minutes how you can decode the question. Second step is structuring. How you can structure your answer? First, write an introduction. In introduction, you can define tsunamis. They are sea-based waves, right? Formed and which like travel across oceans. Then move to body. In body, you need to elaborate on tsunamis. आपको उस पे भी elaborate करना है. You need to write how and where formed. इस पे भी you need to elaborate. Then you also need to write consequences. So if you are writing the body of the answer in around 100 words, then at least 30 to 35 words should be devoted to all these 3 parts. So what are tsunamis? You can write about tsunamis and write that how they are different from tidal waves. Tsunamis are sea-based waves, but they are different from tidal waves. So by giving a comparison, you are actually meeting the demand of what? How and where formed, कहाँ होते हैं, and where formed. You can write about volcanic eruptions, you can write about seismic activities, where you can write about the Pacific ring of fire or Pacific belt, you can write about the Indian Ocean region, you can identify the particular places, the continental plate regions where these happen. You write about consequences, loss of life, livelihood disruption, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का डिस्ट्रक्शन, these are the basic consequences. And बहुत simple सा question is not asking about discuss or examine, because उससे करने से question would have become very much difficult. Simple सा, what are the consequences? So the only demand of the question is that the UPSC was expecting to check whether within the 150 words the aspirant is able to write proportionately about all the different parts of the question. Then you write conclusion. As I always say, that if the question is about some challenging, some disaster, some difficult scenario, write a visionary conclusion. How the conclusion can be visionary? You can simply write that the tsunamis are a form of very big disaster, natural disaster that needs collaboration among the global world, among the countries across the world, so that their challenges and their consequences can be mitigated. सिंपल सा एक विजनरी कंक्लूजन दे दिया हमने, कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. आंसर राइटिंग इज वेरी इजी, बट यू नीड टू राइट contextually relevant answer in simple sentences. See you in next session.